Hey, what's up, Lightbolt Joe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1973 Walt Disney animated feature film, Robin Hood. So this is our beloved characters in the Sherwood Forest. This is another iteration of the classic Robin Hood tale, steal from the rich, give to the needy. So our Sherwood Forest animals, this is an animal retelling. So Robin Hood is a fox, Maid Marian is a fox, Little John is a bear, Friar Tuck, what is Friar Tuck? Is Friar Tuck a bear? Just a really fat dog? I don't know, to be honest. A beaver? I don't know. Who else? You have Prince John is a lion. His father, the king, is also a lion. We don't see him till the very end. So this is just another Robin Hood story, but this is a fun Robin Hood story. There's tons of dancing in Sherwood Forest every time Robin Hood brings, the gold coins back to the various critters. The tax man, he's pretty funny as well. I can't remember his name. I've only seen this like twice. This is the second time technically. I didn't really like it when I was a kid. It's just an old cartoon. I was born in '90, so I was Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Pocahontas, Mulan, like that era, and then so on and so forth. So like compared to 1960s, 1970s Disney, it's very different. It's very rudimentary, dare I say. It doesn't have that pizzazz with that mix of CGI that the 90s, aughts, 2010s films had. So it's still a great film. It definitely still withholds. It's very neat to see the characters interact with each other. You see them in, the Disney parks all the time. You see the merch all the time. Not as much all the time. I should actually retract that. You see it here and there. You hear the soundtrack throughout Disney sometimes, not all the time. It's still a good cult classic film. It still has great character design. Robin Hood as a fox and Maid Marian as a fox are just very iconic within merch. Very big within merch. People are obsessed with the fox of Robin Hood. That's why when Nick Wilde, the fox, came about for Zootopia, everyone was freaking the freak out because we had another fox to fan over. So people love foxes. I don't know why. My brother loves foxes. I don't really care for foxes, but Robin Hood's still a good character. This is also a musical, so it's got the Robin Hood and Little John song right in the very beginning. Maid Marian has her little song. This is also, you could tell this is a very early 70s film because of like the whole hippie kind of like songs throughout and like the way that they're dancing, the way that they talk to each other. It's very interesting watching this as a period piece from 50 years ago because it takes place however many hundreds of years prior to that. So it's a very neat cultural shift. It's a very neat Disney property. I don't know why there aren't like action figures of it, like mini like figurine, like the figure play sets that Disney has constantly for every other film. I'm sure whenever next year, 23, there'll be another big anniversary for it. So I'm pretty sure that they'll have a big anniversary, right? 80, 90, 2000, 2010s, 2023 will be next year will be the 50th anniversary of Robin Hood. Wow. I was right on the money too. That's pretty neat. So yeah, maybe we'll see some figure play sets for 2023. I'm very excited. What I do, I don't have any near me. I always get the figure play sets from Shop Disney or at the Disney store back when it existed, and I wire tie them so that way they become ornaments, and I just hang them on the tree that I have a Christmas tree in my own room. And it's just really neat having the various random characters from the different films and properties as ornaments, and it's fiscally responsible. I'm not paying $25 for your standard sketchbook ornament. I'm paying $25 for like 9 figures, which I then wire tie to make my own ornaments. So fiscally, it comes out much cheaper to make your own ornaments. Who would have thought? But it's neat. It's a thing I do, a thing I've done for years, and I continuously enjoy it. I'm very looking forward to 50th anniversary merch now for Robin Hood. Very excited. Here's to 2023 50th anniversary of Walt Disney Pictures animated feature film Robin Hood. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.